I am about to tell you guys about a money method in fish that is so good. I am almost 1000% confident that it is going to be nerfed extremely soon. Anyways, guys, once again, just use this before it's too late. Let's get right into it and subscribe if this helps. First things first, I'm actually going to use my conch to teleport into a spot that is, no, it's not it. All right, it's not the Challenger's Deep, but I'm actually going to tell you guys exactly what it is right now. Before you guys say, oh, it's volcanic vents, let me go click off the video and fish here. No, because if you fish here without actually doing the method, it's not gonna yield any use to you. It's completely useless if you don't do the exact method I'm going to tell you guys in this video. Yes, the actual fishing spot is the lava place, the lava pool or whatever in volcanic vents, but if one, you aren't using the right rod, two, you aren't using the right enchant for your rod, and yes, it is different for every single rod, three, you are not using the best bait for your rod and your enchant, and four, you aren't doing the final last very secret thing that most people wouldn't think of. But if you do not do all these four things that I'm about to tell you guys, there's literally no use. Might as well go fish somewhere else. But okay, first and foremost, you guys do need a good rod. Okay, I'm not just gonna tell you the best rod, because yes, the best rod is the ethereal prism rod, but I know for a fact some of you guys don't got bread like that, especially if you're watching this video. Like I probably wouldn't be watching this video if I already had 15 million credits, but I will just be going over the top 10 rods pretty quickly, just so you guys know, like, if you have one of these rods, you're pretty set for making money. All right, so I actually have the list like pulled up right next to me real quick. Okay, 3 rods. If you're like an absolute beginner and you don't have, like, I don't know, probably like 300,000 minimum for one of the 10 rods, 3 of the rods you can get is 1, the depth seeker rod. That one's the cheapest. It only costs like 45,000. 2 is the champion's rod, and if you guys are really broke, you can actually go ahead and use, I think it's called the summit rod. No, it's not called the summit rod. Sorry, it is called the avalanche rod, but this one's basically like a little bit more expensive version of the pre-nerf Arctic rod. Anyways, those are 3 of the rods that you can use if you're like genuinely like super broke. But all right, let's go over the top 10 genuinely best rods in the game for making money right now. Number 1 is the heavens rod. I'm also going to be telling you guys the enchant as well as the bait that you should be using with this. So for the heavens rod, the enchant, obviously hasty, because the lure speed is painfully slow. Like 30% is horrible, so you're gonna need hasty as well as seaweed, because hey guys, guess what, if you have hasty and seaweed, boom, insta catch. And wow, that's a mythical. Just kind of shows how good this spot is for making money. Anyways, number 9, the number 9 rod for making money in fish is actually right behind me. Yeah, it's the volcanic rod. Yes, it's only 300,000, meaning this is the cheapest rod on the list. So if you guys only have around 300,000, I would say get this one, but there are ones that are not that much more expensive, like number 8. And number 8, oh wait, first of all, the enchant you need for the volcanic rod is as well hasty, because it only has 30% lure speed, and once again seaweed just for the insta catch. Anyways, number 8, rod of the depths. Yes, this one is 750,000, meaning it's a little bit more expensive, but I mean, it's an OG rod. By now you guys should already have it, and if you didn't know, every time you catch 3 fish with this one, it catches another one for you, basically meaning if you were to catch 3,000 fish, you would technically catch 4,000, making it a really good rod for money. And the what's it called, the enchant you should use for this one is quantum. I have it on my seraphic rod. Yes, you need exalted relics, so if you don't have exalted relics, I would suggest getting abyssal on this, to be honest. Yeah, abyssal is good. And for bait, once again, since it's not super fast, just use seaweed. Now for number 7 best rod in the game, it is the kraken rod. Okay, specifically the kraken rod with hasty, because that'll give you an insta catch. And then honestly, the bait doesn't matter too much. I guess I would say use coral, but coral's kind of expensive. It doesn't matter what bait you use for kraken rod, because once you get hasty, it already is an insta catch. So just use whatever you guys want. I honestly suggest seaweed just because it's the cheapest one out of like all the baits and whatnot. Anyways, enough of the kraken rod. All right, let's get into the no life rod. Yes, this is one you get at level 500. Yes, some of you guys aren't level 500, but don't worry, it's honestly not that hard if you go watch my XP video. I will link that to this one. Anyways, no life rod. Don't get clever on it. That is an XP enchant. Get quantum on it, just like I have on my seraphic rod. Once again, well, if you didn't know what quantum does, it basically gives your fish a 25% chance of being worth 5 times more, which just obviously makes it OP. And for the no life rod, the best bait is seaweed. Now, okay, for the rod of the forgotten fang, what am I doing? Why am I not searching it up? The rod of the forgotten fang, this is another really good rod that you can only get at a high level, specifically level 750. And for this one, once again, what the heck am I saying? Once again, like I suggest using quantum because it's a great money enchant, or abyssal if you guys can't get quantum, because I understand that exalted relics are kind of hard to get. Anyways, on to number 4. Oh my goodness, these are all just level rods, but number 4 is a seraphic rod. I'm not going to get into it, yada yada. You just use insect instead of seaweed though if you have this one, because it already has 95% lure speed and insects are cheaper than seaweed. Anyways, number 3, this is one that low level players can actually get. This is the auric rod, which I don't have because it's an RNG based rod, basically meaning you get this one out of chests, specifically sunken treasure. If you didn't know, sunken treasure basically appears on the map like every 30 minutes or something. It's kind of rare. And then if you go pick up the sunken treasure, you have like a 2 or 5% chance of basically getting the octic rod. What am I saying? But you basically have like a 2 or 5% chance of getting the auric rod. And it's really good because every time you catch a fish, no matter what, it has a 100% chance of having a mutation from 2 times to 5 times. But honestly, it can't really fish here. I mean, wait, the blister back it can fish here, but it's just kind of trash for fishing here because it can only hold 2,500 kg. Anyways, I wouldn't suggest the auric rod. This is the one that I would suggest for anyone. It is the Zeus rod. Yes. Okay. Before you go and comment, the Zeus rod got nerfed. No, I mean, yes, it did get nerfed, but it's still freaking good. It has a great ability, and yes, it got nerfed a little bit, but it was really OP, and now it's still OP. So don't complain about the Zeus rod. It is still the second best money making rod in the game. And for Zeus rod, me personally, I would say get steady on it or quantum. You could get one of the two, but probably steady. I would say get steady and then use seaweed on it to just make it really, really fast for making money, as well as you could use blessed song, but I can't even get that one. That freaking enchant is so hard to get, but I did actually make a tutorial on it because even though I didn't get it, I do know how to get it. So if you guys want it, you can just watch that tutorial. And number 1 rod, I probably don't even need to say it. It is the ethereal prism rod. Crazy stats. Used blessed song plus insects instead of seaweed because it already has a fast lure speed, or you could also use seaweed because, you know, it's seaweed. But for this one, I suggest the enchant I have on it, which is steady. Anyways, okay, now that you have your rod, you know your best bait, you know your enchant, you know literally everything you need to make money besides this final secret you actually need to fish here. All right, as you guys can see in the bottom right corner of my screen, it is nighttime. Let me show you guys something really quick in my bestiary. All right, let's go to not the Rosslip volcano, but volcanic vents. Notice something about these common fish. When do you catch them? Ember tail eel, you catch it at night. Infernal iguana fish, you catch it at night. These 2 commons, that one doesn't really matter, but both of those you catch it at night. Even this one at night, this one at night, this one at night. In daytime, guys, the only fish you can catch is legendary and mythical. Yeah, you can catch commons, but it's pretty rare. Like basically you have a super high chance of only catching mythicals and legendaries every time you fish here, making this the best spot to fish at, but only if you fish here at day, meaning stack up on your sundial totems. You should know how to get those. You get those at Sunstone Island. But yeah, anytime it's nighttime, change it to daytime and start fishing, and you will absolutely get a ton of money, especially if you have the best rod, enchant, and best bait. You will absolutely be set. All right, guys, use this before it gets patched. I'm telling you for a fact, it will get patched. Maybe not now, but very, very soon. I mean, the Zeus rod just got patched. Like I said, I literally made a video on it 3 days ago. So I don't know. If I was you, I would probably trust me. Anyways, guys, I hope this video helped. If it did, go ahead and leave a like, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace.